Hey everybody, I'm back. It's been quite a while. This has been a really lousy 2 weeks. This will be my last beer review for a while. I don't know how long. Things just gone all to hell. Last couple weeks, engine blew up on my truck. I'm driving I got a new to me vehicle and got into it with my landlord, filed a complaint against him with the city. They're pretty much, they gave him a bunch of stuff to do, so we got to get out in 30 days. We don't have a place to move yet. We're packing like crazy, so this is going to be my last one for a while, but I saw this on the shelf. I hadn't seen it in a long time. I did review another year's version of this, and I remember liking it, but I don't remember that much about it. I don't even know what score. I didn't even go back and watch the review. It's back in my first 100 or so, which are 100 or 150, which I'm still sort of embarrassed about, but they're still up there. But I'm going to do this year's version of New Belgium's, well, last year's actually, 2014, the La Folie. Now I got 2 bottles this time, and I'm going to stick one in the cellar, but just appeared on the shelf. Haven't been able to get them in 3 or 4 years, and I don't even remember what year it was that I did before, but I remember liking it a lot. So from the website it says La Folie, French for the folly, is a beer steeped in New Belgium brewing tradition. This wood-aged sour brown spends 1 to 3 years in big oak barrels known as foeders. I'm guessing that's how that's pronounced, F-O-E-D-R-S. It'll be down below. And when the beer finally hits the glass, La Folie is sharp and sour, full of green apple, cherry, and plum-skin notes. Pouring a deep mahogany, the mouthfeel will get you pondering, while the smooth finish will get you smiling. Not a beer for the timid, La Folie is a big sour delight that will turn your tongue on its head. It's 7% ABV, 18 IBUs. So let's get it in a glass and see what we got. A little bit of a hiss, no smoke. Little smoke pouring. Oh, I can smell that already. It's hard to find. Our local store doesn't get good sours, and it's hard to find good sours. So when I saw this, it had $12.99 a bottle, which I thought was a bit steep, but we'll see. It's a nice ruby red color, fairly clear, not opaque. Got a pinky of a slightly off-white head around the top. Mixture big and small bubbles, so just slightly translucent, but you can see light through it, but it's not real clear. So let's get a nose on it. Oh yeah, that's got a nice, tart, funky, fruity aroma. Some really nice dark malt undertones. Belgian yeast with some hits of funk. Or maybe, I don't know if it's Brett they use or not, but definitely some funk there, a little bit of pepper. Really big scent of sour cherries, and I'm thinking that's probably Brett that they use. I'm getting some hints of oak and wood from the barrels, but if they've been that long in a barrel, yeah, they're gonna pick up some oak and wood. Got a little almost like Belgian yeasty type notes. There's some apples and pears and bananas in there. But it's got that really nice, almost bready malt presence with caramel biscuit, but that yeast really comes out. Maybe even some chocolate in there, some dark fruits like plums and grapes and raisin. Got a sneeze. Oh, got a sneeze coming on. Yeah, so almost there's a lot going on here, almost like a sweet lemon zest in there. Really complex aroma, but I really like the tart cherries and the oak and those funky yeast type notes, and maybe a little almost a little sour apples in there. Just really, really nice. You can tell it's been in an oak barrel for a long time. Taste. Said this. Oh, that's nice. That's sour. Oh, that is nicely sour. It's funky. It's fruity. Got those malt notes in it. Big taste, and those sour and tart cherries all the way through. With I'm guessing that's Brett, because there's a good funkiness to it. Again, getting those oak and woody notes from the barrels. Not really getting any vanilla. I don't know if it was. Almost think it was maybe red wine barrels or something that they use, but there's a sweet and toasty malt presence there that with some notes of the caramel and like a bready biscuit type note, toffee, maybe even a little chocolate in there that kind of counteract that tartness a little bit. Almost a little brown sugar in there that adds a little bit of sweetness, but it's definitely not sweet. It's definitely a nice, sour, pretty tart beer. Those cherry notes and apple notes are just stellar in there. I don't know. I wish they would do more of their New Belgium beers with this quality. It's medium light-bodied beer. Really has a sharp bite to it. Medium heavy carbonation. There's a ton of carbonation streaming up, but you really can't see a lot through there. You can see light through it, but you can't make any distinctions. But it got a really nice overall balance and feel. So let me sit. I'm going to cork the rest of this up, sit and sip on this a while, and I'll come back in a while with the final thoughts and grade. Okay, I'm back. It's been half an hour or so. I just been sipping on this. It's definitely really an enjoyable beer. It's I've noticed as it's warmed up, there are some almost vinous grape-like notes that have come out on this, along with that tart cherry or sour cherry and the tart apple. This is really an enjoyable beer. It's not overly complex. There are definitely a lot more. Some better sour beers out there. The Boulevard Love Child series comes to mind for here in the States. Of the ones I've had, I hear there are other breweries, and well, even some of the I just went blank. The one in Texas that does them. Jolly Pumpkin, maybe. Jolly Pumpkin does some great stuff too. Definitely not as good as the European sours, the Flanders Reds and stuff, but and it's, the sour character dominates on this, but the apple and the grape notes in particular are really a nice touch to this, along with the cherry notes that you usually get in these kind of beers. This is definitely my favorite of the Lips of Faith series. I remember it as so from years ago. I'm going to have to go back and look at that review and find out actually what I thought of it and what I gave it, but it's an excellent sour that's also tart. If you like sours, you'll like this one. So I'm going to give the 2014 version of New Belgium's La Folie, part of their Lips of Faith series, and definitely my favorite of the whole Lips of Faith series, that's for sure. I'm going to give it a good solid 9.5 out of 10. Decent drinkable beer. We looked at a house the other day that would be just perfect. Now we're just waiting to hear from the landlord to see if we're going to get it, and if so, we can probably move in the 15th of next month. But when we get internet and cable and everything back again, that's going to be another story. So this will definitely be my last review for a while. So till next time, everybody, cheers. Let's keep drinking good beers.